I feel that a lot of us probably have a false understanding of what hypnosis really is. So, what is the true definition of
Yeah,
hypnosis?
that's the $1 million question, right? So the first thing I'll say is this, right? You talk to a dozen academics and ask them what hypnosis is, everyone will tell you something different. So no one actually knows yet. There's no consensus on what hypnosis is, right?
Okay.
But there are strands that most people tend to agree on, right? I'll put it this way, right? Although a lot of academics don't even believe in the idea of an unconscious mind, we'll put that to one side for now. Let's think of, we know for a fact that we have conscious processes, things that we are aware of. We have unconscious processes, things that we're not aware of. And very often those unconscious processes end up leaking into our lives, sometimes in good ways, making good things happen. Those are instincts, intuitions, and predispositions, right? Do you know people who are good with kids?
Yes.
Right? They're good with kids because unconsciously they already have a bond with children. Just like people who are not good with kids, they don't. They've lost that connection. They can regain it, of course, but whilst they are divorced from that, dissociated from that, they will never be good with kids. They'll always be awkward. Are you with me? So these things are always coming through from the back of our minds. Okay. So let's say that let's personify this unconscious, all these different unconscious processes. We can lump them together, and let's assume, let's for convenience sake, that this is the unconscious mind. But just know that under the surface, the unconscious mind is a mass of different, sometimes conflicting processes that are ongoing, right? So why do I say all this? Because for me, hypnosis is essentially communicating with the unconscious directly. That's it.
Okay.
Anything that does that, I will call hypnotic.
Okay.
Anything that doesn't do that isn't. But here's the other thing. All behavior, all learning, and all change have to occur unconsciously first.
Okay.
So that if you want to learn things, if you want your behaviors to change, or if you want to make other personal emotional changes, for example, it only makes sense to talk to the unconscious about those things. So as soon as you're engaging in some kind of interaction with your own unconscious or someone else's unconscious, I would say you're doing hypnosis. Whether that's eyes wide open and rational part of your brain's engaged, or eyes shut and you're lost in this deep mystical vision, ultimately, the results are the same and the mechanisms are the same. And I would call that hypnosis. Make sense?
Yes. Okay. I like that, though, communicating with the unconscious.
Yeah. No, I didn't say controlling, commanding, right?
Command. Oh, I thought you said communicating. So commanding.
Communicating. So yeah, I'm saying, because a lot of people think about hypnosis as being something about control and commanding and forcing people to do things. That's not the case, right?
Okay.
What you're doing is, that's why in hypnosis, they used to be called hypnotic commands. Now they're called hypnotic suggestions. We're just making suggestions, right? And if you make the right set of suggestions, the unconscious will cherry pick and go, oh, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. I'll put these together. Now I'll run with this, right? So my job is to make suggestions that the unconscious can resonate with. And then in doing so, that resonation is what puts the drunk driver in the back seat and puts the good driver in the front seat again. And as soon as that happens, my job is to get out of the way and let it happen. Let their life unfold now that the right person's driving the bus.
I like that.